Today we're going to be looking into the Porsche Tigers of Warthunder. The two Porsche Tigers we're going to be looking into will be the prototype variant and the command variant. I will not be including the elephant because I know they're related to the Porsche Tiger. Instead, that's going to be a next video in the future. I'm sure you guys read the title of the video is called The Best Tiger in Warthunder. So this is indeed the best Tiger in Warthunder from 5.3 and 5.7 BR. Both of these Porsche Tigers are better than the Tech 3 Tigers that we get. The reason why? Well, the funny thing is, like the 5.3 BR Porsche Tiger is faster than the Tiger H1 that we get in War Thunder. And also like the other Tiger too. It sacrifices some armor for mobility. Since it was a prototype, they didn't actually finalize all the armor yet, the armor values. So instead, they just gave it the bare bone vehicle they can to be tested out in the testing range. And with that, by adding that vehicle in War Thunder, you get a Tiger that has like less weight on it. It only has like 57 tons compared to the command variant of the Porsche Tiger. It has 60 tons, making the VK Tiger a lot faster. And that's actually a really big advantage to it. Even though it's lower BR at 5.3 than the command variant of the Porsche Tiger, it has a faster acceleration and much faster speed than the other versions of Tigers in the game. That gives it the edge to outmaneuver the Tiger H1s. Now we're talking about mobility. The Tiger H1 actually has a lot better forward speed than the Porsche Tiger. If we look at it, it has 45 kilometers. That's a lot. Compared to the Porsche Tiger, it's only 35. But the Porsche Tiger, the prototype Porsche Tiger, has a faster backward speed of 32 kilometers. 32 kilometers is a game changer at this BR. Since if your gun ever gets knocked out, like if you ever play Tigers, you see the gun is a huge target. It's really big compared to like the Persians and stuff. I mean, compared to like Shermans and like the Jumbo example. And with that, if your gun ever gets knocked out, you can just fall back. You can use your backward speed, fall back to a better position. And yes, you can play the Porsche Tiger with backward. You can really play the whole Porsche Tiger backward, but I don't recommend it. If we look at the engine, it has a huge hole. It's not like the engine of IS2, where if it gets hit, the round gets eaten by the transmission and the engine. The Porsche Tiger engine has a huge hole in the middle where a round would just go in and hit the middle part of your tank. So I don't recommend playing it backward, but if you want to, you can play the Tiger backward for the memes. Now, for the armor part of the Porsche Tiger, it's pretty weak. When I say pretty weak, I mean the prototype Porsche Tiger. The prototype Porsche Tiger has horrible armor in the middle. Has only 100 millimeters, and you can't angle it because of this. At the side, there's like two spots that's 80 millimeter. And if you try to angle that armor, it goes like this. This weak spot's open up. And that weak spot, you can easily hit it and it's game over. Plus, if someone hits you here, it's also over. So you have like a huge weak spot compared to like the Tiger H1. Because if we compare Tiger H1, it's straight flat armor, right? If you angle it, this is the only weak spot, a smaller weak spot. But all of this is harder to penetrate. And also here, you can't penetrate it. That's why the prototype Porsche Tiger suffers from a huge armor issue in the front. But I had some games where I survived a lot. I believe that the players mistake the Porsche Tiger over the command variant. And this is where the command variant is better. So this is the command variant. The command variant is a 5.7 BR Porsche Tiger. It has double layer of 100 millimeter armor. That's huge. That's huge. Absolutely huge. This is what make the Porsche Tiger, the command variant, so good. It's one of the best Tigers in 5.7 Germany. Because if we think about it, there's not many guns at 5.7, or even if you get down tiered, there's not enough guns to actually pen you. Because if they try to shoot at you, they're not going to go through those two layers of 100 millimeters. What about the side? What about the weak spot side? Yeah, they have a chance here. But if you look at it, if you look directly at an enemy, the armor is going to be angled in the front because 52 degrees. That makes it where if they hit it, it's just gonna ricochet. Of course, if it's an IS-2 shooting at you, it will go through the side. Like this is the weak spot. So you need to be very just like the Tiger H1. But the Tiger H1, you need to position to a certain degree of your armor. But for the Porsche Tiger, the whole gameplay is just look directly at the enemy. Just look directly and just take hits. But it does suffer from all that armor though. Because compared to the prototype Porsche Tiger, the command variant is lower a little bit. It's 28.7 kilometer. It's because of the weight. It's 60 tons now. And when 60 tons, it suffers from like reaching the max speed a lot longer compared to the prototype Porsche Tiger, where it reaches max speed a lot faster because of the less armor it has in the front. But the two of those Porsche Tiger also suffers from one big issue, and it's the cupola. All my games, like majority of times, you're gonna be dead when they shoot you right over here. This little eye that I made. So this little eye will detonate majority of rounds. And look at it, it's 80 millimeters. So if I shoot my round, like for example, shoot the Panzergranat 39, the nuke round, this will happen. You see that? So that's like a major issue because it's 80 millimeters armor. 80 millimeter armor means the round will detonate because some round has a fuse sensitivity. Now let me explain a little bit more about what is fuse sensitivity. So this is a jumbo. This is a common tank you will fight playing Germany, right? If you look at modification and the gun, and then what the type of shell that we have. So this is an ABC-BC shell. So this is an explosive shell that detonates when it reaches a certain sensitivity of the round. If you look at the fuse sensitivity, it has 40 millimeters. So the cupola of the tank has over 80 millimeters, meaning this will detonate once it like hits the 40 millimeter worth of armor. And when it detonates, it will release explosive inside of the tank. So that's like the main problem of the Porsche Tiger. With that cupola, if you hit it, it will detonate this round. If you get hit by something like an AP round or the British tank round, example, the Firefly round will just go in and go out because it doesn't have any explosive like the APC-BC round, right? So this is the difference. If you fight vehicles with explosive shells, I mean, it will detonate on your cupola and will end you. If you fight some shells that are just armored, like it doesn't have any explosive, just goes in and goes out, it won't do anything. So this is like your greatest advantage over British tank with the Porsche Tiger. There's one more disadvantage of using Porsche Tiger over the Tiger H1, and this might be a big deal for some people, is the turret rotation speed. The Porsche Tiger has a little bit of a worse turret rotation speed compared to Tiger H1. If you ever played Tiger H1, you know the turret is kind of slow. The Porsche Tiger turret is a lot slower. But that's not much for me. Like, that's not a big deal for me. I actually prefer the Porsche Tiger, the command variant, over the Tiger H1 all day long. Since like it's not like I need to move my gun left and right because the whole point of playing the Porsche Tiger is to fight long distances. If you fight long distances, you have a huge advantage over any other vehicle. Just like the Tiger H1, the Tiger H1 is not a brawler, and the Porsche Tiger is also not a brawler because if you fight close range with vehicles, they will hit your cupola or they hit your gun, and that's why for me the rotation speed of the Porsche Tiger is not a big deal. So in conclusion, the Porsche Tiger has some advantages over the Tiger H1, while the Tiger H1 has some other advantages over the Porsche Tiger. But for me, the Porsche Tiger advantages are a lot better than the Tiger H1's advantages. Like the ability that you don't need to angle your armor anymore, look directly at the enemy, and the mobility of the Porsche Tiger is a lot better, in my opinion, over Tiger H1. While the Tiger H1, you have the advantage of like going forward a lot faster, but you always need to angle your tank, right? So this is the difference between the Tiger H1 and the Porsche Tiger. Yes, one more advantage of playing the Tiger H1 to the Porsche Tiger is the smoke grenades. At least the Tiger H1 gets smoke grenades. That's like one defense it has, while the Porsche Tiger doesn't get them. So if you guys want to buy this tank, well, you're going to have to buy it. It's 6,090 Golden Eagle for the command variant of the Porsche Tiger. And if you're interested in buying the prototype Porsche Tiger, you can buy it from the Warthunder market for 63.98 Gaijin coins, currently when I made this video. So I hope you guys like the content. I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.